Really, what more is there to be said about the first Dragon Warrior? I always called myself a huge fan of RPGs, but I never really got into the Dragon Quest franchise, or the Dragon Warrior franchise, I guess. This is kind of like being a fan of movies, but never seeing Citizen Kane. I finally decided to rectify this by playing Dragon Quest 1 and 2 for the Game Boy Color, and I was pleasantly surprised how well that these games still hold up. I'm not going to bother with the usual story, plot, graphics, gameplay, or anything. I'm just going to explain my experience with both titles. Dragon Quest 1 is an absolute classic in every sense of the word, and even though it didn't create a genre, it basically popularized elements of the RPG, or at least the JRPG. I love this game for its simplicity. You play as only one hero, and you have a one-character party. You only fight one enemy at a time, and the game couldn't be more than 10 hours tops. It was a joy to play because of the simplicity. I'm used to so many RPGs where you have to delve into some deep, serious strategy with multiple characters. These RPGs require hours and hours of time, dedication, study, equipment management, all that fun stuff. But this game was different. You only have one character to worry about, and that's all. The plot is really simple as well. The world is small, the battle consists of basic strategy, and to me it was just a really super refreshing experience to have just the bare bones RPG. I really enjoyed the first Dragon Quest decades after it was released, although part of this was definitely because I played the updated Game Boy Color version, which made level progression a lot more straightforward. Overall, I'd have to say that the first Dragon Warrior does not disappoint at all. Honestly, it's a very tight, well put together game that's enjoyable all the way through, and I honestly have no problems with it. Dragon Quest 2 I also enjoyed, but for some reason not quite as much as the first one. It really turned things up from the first game. You have 3 characters, a giant world to explore, and it takes much longer to complete. I did enjoy Dragon Quest 2, but it was a little too bulky for me to enjoy. The game felt very long, especially because there were just so many points where you just had really little direction about where to go, and you kind of had to either figure it out or, of course, use a walkthrough. I was definitely in the latter category because clues were extremely vague, and it just took a long time to figure out where you needed to be. And even when I used a walkthrough, it was still tough to understand things. I was asking myself, how the hell would anybody know that there's a key there? Or how the hell would I know I'm supposed to use that there? So it was pretty archaic, and it's definitely rough around the edges in my opinion, but it was still a really enjoyable adventure that was really rewarding. And you can definitely see how probably Dragon Quest 2 is really the RPG that started it all, because you see all the tropes right there. To conclude, Dragon Warrior 1 and 2 for the Game Boy Color is still a ton of fun. Any fans of RPGs should really just give this one a shot, just to get the idea of where the roots of the genre began at. It won't take you a long time, and honestly, it's a lot of fun. Give it a shot. Thanks for watching.